Welcome back to Fix It Yourself. I'm glad you're here because if you're still on Windows 10, we need to talk. As of October 14th, 2025, Microsoft officially pulled the plug on support, which means no more security updates rolling out to your machine. Your PC still works just fine, but the clock is now ticking. So in this episode, we're going to walk through your 3 real options and help you pick the right path without overspending. So let's clear up what actually changed on October 14th. Microsoft stopped shipping security updates, bug fixes, and tech support for every flavor of Windows 10. Home, Pro, all of them. But here's the key thing. This is a software deadline, not an off switch. Your PC still boots, your apps still run. Printing and browsing work exactly like yesterday. The change is invisible. New threats just stay unpatched as time goes on, so the risk creeps up slowly. You've got time to choose wisely. So, what does no updates actually mean for you day to day? Each month, new vulnerabilities get discovered, and on Windows 10, they simply won't be patched anymore. Which matters most when you're banking, shopping, or handling anything sensitive. Over time, you'll also see browsers and apps quietly drop Windows 10 support. The one bit of good news, if you use Microsoft 365, those Office apps keep getting security updates until October 2028. Not an emergency today, but definitely a decision worth making soon. So here's the good news. You really only have 3 paths forward. Option 1. Upgrade to Windows 11, which is free if your PC qualifies, and honestly, the route most people should take. Option 2. Stay on Windows 10, but enroll in extended security updates, a 1-year bridge if you need more time. Option 3. Get a new PC, or breathe new life into your current one with Linux or Chrome OS Flex. Let's start with option 1 and see if your machine even qualifies, because if it does, you're basically done. The fastest way to check is also the easiest. Open Settings, head to Update and Security, then Windows Update and hit Check for Updates. If Microsoft thinks your PC is ready, the free Windows 11 offer will show up right there. For a more detailed answer, grab Microsoft's PC Health Check app. Behind the scenes, it's looking for 4 things: Windows 10, version 22H2, TPM 2.0 with secure boot enabled, a fairly modern 64-bit processor, roughly 8th gen Intel or Ryzen 2000, and newer, plus at least 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. If your PC made the cut, good news. The free upgrade keeps your files and apps right where they are. But before you click anything, back up your stuff to an external drive or the cloud. Episode 32 walks you through that. Then plug in. Stay on power so it doesn't doze off mid-install. Head to Windows Update and follow the Windows 11 offer when it appears. Let it finish, let it restart, and your settings should carry over. It almost always goes smoothly, but almost is exactly why we back up first. Now, what if your PC didn't make the cut? That's where extended security updates come in. Think of ESU as a fire escape, not a new home. You get security-only patches for Windows 10 22H2 for 1 extra year through October 13th, 2026. The good news, Microsoft made it pretty painless to get. Sync your settings with Windows Backup or cash in 1,000 rewards points, both free, or pay around $30 once and it covers up to 10 devices. Just head to Settings, Windows Update, and click Enroll Now. But what if ESU feels like just kicking the can down the road and your machine is genuinely getting on in years? You've actually got 2 solid options here, and neither one means rushing to the checkout. You could grab a modern Windows 11 PC. Mini PCs start around $300, all-in-ones around $400, and even a budget model will feel dramatically snappier than a 2017 machine. Or don't throw out perfectly working PC. Install something like Linux Mint or Chrome OS Flex, and suddenly that unsupported computer becomes a fast, secure, free everyday machine for browsing, email, and documents. So let's boil all of this down to a 30-second decision. First question, does your PC qualify for Windows 11? If yes, take the free upgrade and you're done. If not, but you just need a bit more runway, enroll in ESU for a year. If the machine's truly old and you're ready to move on, watch for a sale on a cheap Windows 11 PC. And if you'd rather keep what you've got for free, Linux Mint or Chrome OS Flex have you covered. Most people land in the first or third bucket, but every path leads somewhere safe. Before we move on, let's bust a few myths that have been making the rounds. No, your PC will not stop working on October 14th. It just stops getting updates. No, your Office apps won't suddenly die. Microsoft 365 keeps getting security patches on Windows 10 all the way to 2028. You don't need to panic buy a new machine, and you definitely don't need to fix this today. The risk creeps up gradually, so decide soon, but decide calmly. So while you're weighing your options, here's how to stay safe in the meantime. Keep your browser current. Chrome, Edge, and Firefox all keep updating on Windows 10, and that's your biggest shield against trouble online. Be extra cautious with email, because unpatched machines are exactly what phishing campaigns hunt for. Back up your files regularly, so a bad day never costs you your photos or documents. And if you can, do your banking and other sensitive logins from your phone or another fully supported device. Now, with safety covered, let's talk about the traps people fall into. Don't panic buy a new PC on day one. The free upgrade or ESU buys you time, so wait for a real sale. If you do upgrade, back up first. Hiccups are rare, but they happen. Resist forcing Windows 11 onto unsupported hardware. It's fragile and may stop getting updates. And don't just ignore this for a year, because works fine quietly becomes a growing security hole. So let's pull it all together. Windows 10 support ended on October 14, 2025, but your PC still works. You just need a plan. First, check Settings and Update to see if you qualify for the free Windows 11 upgrade. If not, ESU gives you one more year of security through October 2026. Beyond that, look at a budget PC or breathe new life into the old one with Linux or Chrome OS Flex. Back up first and don't panic buy. If you take just one idea away from this whole episode, let it be this. End of support is a locked door, not a power cut. Your PC keeps running. It simply stops getting safety repairs. So instead of panic buying because someone shouted the sky is falling, check your eligibility. Pick the lane that fits your hardware and budget and back up before you make any move. Calm beats costly every time. Now, if that idea of giving your old PC a second life with Linux really caught your attention, the channel has a friendly path laid out for you. Start with Linux Essentials for a gentle tour of the desktop, then get comfortable with the file system so you know where your files actually live, and finally tackle the command line without fear. It's a relaxed on-ramp designed for someone whose Windows machine is ready for its next chapter. And while we're talking about staying in control of your tech, the Fix It Yourself series has a whole shelf of episodes that pair nicely with this one. If you haven't backed up your computer yet, episode 32 is the place to start. Honestly, do that before anything else. From there, episode 7 tackles that nagging slowness. Episode 27 helps you spot phishing emails before they bite, and episode 1 walks you through resetting a forgotten password. And if there's a tech headache you'd love to see fixed next, drop it in the comments. It might just become the next episode. But before you click away, here's the one thing to actually do today. Open Settings, go to Update and Security, then Windows Update and hit Check for Updates. In about 30 seconds, you'll know whether that free Windows 11 upgrade is sitting there waiting for you. And for most people, that single check is the whole decision. And if you want to go deeper, Linux, IT, security, Dargslan has full courses over at dargslan.com. So, if you only remember 3 things from this whole episode, here they are. First, check for that free upgrade. Settings, update, check for updates, and if you're eligible, take it. Second, if your PC doesn't qualify, enroll in ESU to buy yourself another year of security through October 2026. And remember, there are free ways to do that. And third, back up your files either way, before any upgrade, and honestly, just as a habit. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which path are you actually taking? Are you grabbing the free upgrade to Windows 11, leaning on ESU for another year, treating yourself to a new PC, or giving that old machine a second life with a lightweight Linux install? Drop a comment and let me know. I read them all, and it helps shape what we cover next. So here's the bottom line. No panic needed. Check for that free Windows 11 upgrade first, and if it's not in the cards, you've got solid options to pick from calmly. If this helped, hit subscribe. I drop one simple fix for a common tech problem every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one over at dargslan.com.